Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew, bad boy. Ready?
Yo, what's good, peeps, man? Happy Free Smoke Saturday, man. How you guys doing today? Hopefully, you guys are doing okay after what happened Thursday night. But without further ado, 313 JMO, how you doing tonight, man?
I mean, you had to bring up Thursday night. Now I'm not doing well. I wasn't even thinking about that. Man, I'm just watching the basketball and chilling. I wasn't even thinking about Thursday night, bro.
Hey, man, thank you to everyone who came out for the draft lottery show. We had a great turnout. You guys came out and showed your support. Even though we got hosed and screwed by the NBA, falling to 7, you guys came out. You guys liked the video. You guys were active. I know at one point in time we had over 80 people in here rocking with us, which is awesome. So thank you guys so much for coming out. It was a fun night, except for the Detroit Pistons' luck. JMO, man, can you do me a favor? Go ahead and shout out the people in the chat real quick.
All right, man. What's good, everybody? Let's see who we got. We got Joey Kappa's in the building. What up, though? We got King Lion, Dolo Dynamite in the building. What up, though? The Detroit Sports Room. What up, though? We got Chris Oden, Devin99 in the building. We got Jesse in the building. Big Time Dan in the building. What up, though? We got Julian Golston in the building. What's good, everybody? Make sure you guys like the video. Benjamin Folk, Steven Ibarra. What's good, man?
Absolutely, man. Make sure you guys come in and like the video. Check out the description, man. A whole bunch of new stuff out there. And shout out to my boy Jay, man. He came up with a new intro for me. I love the song. Hopefully you guys like it as well. It's kind of cool that I got my own intro song now. So definitely thankful for that one. It's really dope. So JMO, man, you ready to get into the sad stuff?
Man, let's just talk about the playoffs right now, man.
Nah, we gotta save that for last. We gotta get the heart and soul out of us. And then by the end of the show, bring it back, and then we get back to the fun stuff. So the Detroit Pistons Thursday night during the draft lottery fell all the way down to 7, which is only 2 spots, but they still fell nonetheless. And I know a lot of you guys were upset, disappointed like many of us. You guys seen our live reaction. We were so happy that the New York Knicks fell. JMO, man, I think you're frozen because you've been smiling for like 5 minutes now. I don't know what's going on with you. Because I know that's not how you're feeling about us falling to 7. But, man, what a turn of events that was. What a big slap in the face that was. Me personally, man, I'm not as upset as I once was during the show. I'm still not excited about it, but it is what it is. JMO, man, how are you feeling having a couple of days to think about Detroit Pistons falling to 7?
What do you mean? Nothing's changed. It's terrible. I feel, it's just like my problem is if we don't get Killian Hayes, I'm gonna lose it because that's what that pick was to me. Like I was trying to guarantee that we were gonna fall in top 5, and I really thought there's no way they're gonna do us like that. They're not gonna put a damn 9th seed in the top 5. They're gonna put us in the top 5, but apparently I was wrong about that. And my thing is, if we don't get Killian, it's just not gonna turn out. We get Killian Hayes, I have no issues with where we're placed. But I need Killian Hayes. I don't need Halliburton. I need Cole Anthony. I need Kiera Lewis. I don't need Okongwu. Like, it's people talking about getting Okongwu and Okoro. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Why y'all? It's no center good enough to draft 7th overall. James Wiseman is the only center. The rest of those centers, maybe 9th or 10th or something, but 7th overall, no. And so we just got to get Killian, and I'm perfectly fine with getting Cole Anthony as well, but I just don't know how the Pistons are on Cole Anthony though. I think they might take Halliburton, and if they do, I'm gonna be sick. Or my expectations just will be low. I'll just be like, oh, all right. Like, my expectations will be very low. Like it's just like the Pistons to take a Halliburton when it's clearly more talented players right in front of your face. You know.
Mm-hmm. Man, I see we got Bravo back here. Bravo, you're at work trying to get dedicated to the show, man. I thought after Thursday night you'd want to take a night off.
Man, I had a terrible day in that day. I'm seriously felt sick, and I didn't felt down because of this shit going on, and it was just not really our day at all. It was just got hammered with this stuff, and I still can't believe that we did end up with 7. It's just so bad, man. The NBA did not do us any good, and I'm still very disappointed.
I feel you, man. Your face said it all Thursday night. That you just had your head down. You held it in for you held it in for a minute, and then you snapped. You went off for like 3 minutes, man. It was pretty funny looking back at it, but now, man, it stinks. Pistons talk, man. We didn't get to see your live reaction. So what is your thoughts to the Detroit Pistons falling to 7?
I'm pretty numb to it. I didn't really have a reaction. Honestly, I'm used to us getting screwed. You know, we push for the 8th seed, we get the 8th pick. We tank, we get the 7th pick. So, you know, it's whatever.
You know, I was thinking about this. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about we got a new G League team. What should we name the new G League team? And since Detroit gets screwed so much, I think we should change that name to the Detroit Monica Lewinskis because the people in charge like screwing us here. So. We'll have to see. We'll have to see where this one goes. But
man,
I seen something the night that happened that every time the Detroit Pistons have been in the draft lottery, they have never moved up. They have only stayed where they were projected. They have fallen. So I mean, there's been some bad teams that we've been in the lottery a bunch, and we have yet to move up. But just in my personal opinion. And Bravo, I know you don't agree. This goes to show you tanking doesn't work. Charlotte was literally just a couple of games away from going to the bubble and having a chance to play in the playoffs. Now have a top pick in the NBA draft. We were the 3rd worst team in the Eastern Conference and ended with the 7th pick. So it just goes to show you that the draft lottery is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. It always seems like there's at least one, if not 2 teams every year who take a big jump. And it's just never us. And we are way overdue for this. And now next year, who knows what's going to happen with this team? We could be, you know, somewhere anywhere between 7 to 10 in the East if we're healthy. Might not have as good chance of landing a top pick like we did this year. We got hosed this year. So it sucks. I think the Pistons waited too long to try to tank anyway. That if this was going to be their game plan, they should have tried to trade Andre in the offseason before the year even started and then rest Blake the entire year. So I think they just waited too long and it kind of came back to bite them.
No, it's just the NBA screwed us bad this year. I think it's just not just about tanking. You know, I'm kind of on the boat of not tanking anymore because I feel like tanking doesn't work for the Pistons. I think it might be working for the Golden State Warriors, maybe Minnesota Timberwolves. It doesn't work for us. You know, I feel like I'm not tanking anymore.
That's why I brought up that I don't believe in tanking. I never believe in that. Just, you know, and this year you might want to just make a power move and try to get a top pick because next year we're probably guaranteed to have a lower pick than this year. So, you know, unless the draft is that deep, who are you going to get at pick 12 or 13? We going to get Donovan Mitchell this time? I just don't think so. Knowing the Pistons, they'll get somebody else that's not, you know, that's just a role type player here to fit or be a starter, not like a star. So if that's the case, what's the value of next year's first round pick if it's just gonna be another, you know, another guy? And if you want to get LaMelo right now, go or Anthony Edwards. I just feel like they should be you know, next year's pick. You know, like I said, at worst the Pistons win 30 games. But I don't see that. I think we will at least win 35 games. We're not a good team. We might win 34, 35 games. So, and that's if we're not a good playoff team. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what our Pistons, that's the type of team that they are right now. And when I'm looking at it, you know, we just need to make a power move and go for it now because next year, unless we got the worst record in the NBA, it's just we're not going to get a top pick.
I would concur. You know, we're a talented team. I didn't expect us to be this bad anyway, but it just goes to show you the injury bug can affect any team, any given time, especially with the players that we have now. When this team's healthy, they're not this bad. They may not be a great team, but they're not as bad as they were this year. So I think that even if we don't make the playoffs next year, we're not going to have a good enough chance to get to the lottery. And watch, you will have my words here right now. If the Detroit Pistons are, say, the 10th, 11th seed in the Eastern Conference, there's no way in hell they will be moving up like the Chicago Bulls and the Charlotte Hornets did. That will not happen. They will end up with like the 13th pick in the draft or something stupid like that. They won't be moving up this high. So it's kind of just like a slap in the face because all the years that we projected to have the 8th seed or the 8th pick in the draft, we never moved up from that. We've always got that pick. So it's just kind of annoying. You know, and like I said, I didn't really care if we got the first pick. I just wanted to move up into the top 4, and we fell 2 spots. So it's really a big slap in the face, huge slap in the face. Shout out to all the peeps, man. You guys are coming out here in full force, man. We got 40 people rocking with us right now, live on YouTube. I'm not sure how many people are watching us on Periscope right now. I don't have that screen pulled up in front of me. But make sure you guys like the video. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet it. Get the word out there. Share your frustration with us, man. Vent it out. You guys may not be old enough to drink some Drew Weisers, but your Drew Weisers can be that comment section. So leave all your thoughts down there.
I see Steven Ibarra says, but we still got Sekou and he gonna dunk on LeBron. I don't know if he gonna dunk on LeBron, but I do agree. We still got Sekou. And you know, I know a lot of people will be like, well, I don't know if he's gonna be man, y'all just can't see it, man. Maybe y'all blind. The rate that he's improving at his age, this dude is gonna be a problem. Like 3 years from now, he is really gonna be an all-star consistently. Mm-hmm. And you know, some people don't want to believe that. All right, cool. See y'all in 3 years when he's doing. But I'm just looking at what he's doing, and when I look at a guy like Giannis, he's better than Giannis was at this age. He is. So you know, he might not have the athleticism, but he's better. And I'm like, and he's just getting after Dwayne Casey, you know, validated everything we've been seeing him do to, you know, people got them leaving the gym never to come back, you know, because their arm is ripped off. You know, after he validated that, I think he will be the franchise player. But you know, you got to pair him with a point guard, and I would rather it be Melo Ball. You know, I'm just saying.
Hey.
You know what? The other thing is it hurts the most is like this year we had like statistically the highest chance of landing number 1 pick, like 10%, like 40% of top 4, and we don't even get it. That's just so disappointing, man. I'm so like frustrated it didn't happen, and I can feel the same thing for the New York Knicks because I know we hate them, we don't like them, but hey, we got screwed. They got screwed too.
I don't feel bad for the Knicks. I just feel bad at our reaction that we were so happy they fell to 8, and then we're like, finally, they're not going to be able to steal our player from us, and then we picked before them. So kind of a karma move on our part, but
no, I mean, no, I think the Knicks fans are sick because they know we gonna take probably Killian if he's there, and they not gonna get him. And they like they're the one team, you know, because they know we're gonna take a point guard, so they want it to be above us.
I see in that thing that the last time they picked 8.
Melo, like it's not unless we get Melo, it's not gonna happen.
Well, we'll be talking about trading up here in a second, but I seen a thing on Twitter actually that the last time the Knicks were at 8, Steph Curry got taken at 7. So not saying we're getting to Steph Curry, but Killian
Curry, man, you already know, man.
Hey, you know,
Killian. See, and guess what? He got that, you know, and he just crafty and he just smooth.
You know, I'll be happy with Killian.
Ludicrous. But let's hope so.
Killian is the guy. Yeah.
So 7's kind of a weird spot because it's just kind of outside where we think the top targets will be, like the all-time like best players in the draft, the game changers. But you never know. In every draft class, there's always a guy who falls that turns out to be way better than what everyone projected him at. But my question to you, fellas, is if you're the Detroit Pistons, what do you do with this pick? Are you going to trade up, try to trade down, or stay where you at and go from there? Pistons talk. If you're the Detroit Pistons, what are you doing with this pick?
Well, I would probably call and see if any of the top teams want to trade their pick. If they don't, I'm probably keeping that 7th pick. You know, maybe you get a Killian Hayes to fall. Hopefully that happens. But, you know, if you don't, you got to look at guys like Kyron Lewis or Cole Anthony to fit that point guard need, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think whatever route we're going, I think we're taking a point guard. Some of the stuff that some of the front office people in our organization have said that it's a point guard. I think it was actually Troy Weaver said that's pretty deep point guard draft, which I think it is, and that even if they weren't going to get a top pick, that there's guys in the bottom tier, and by bottom tier I mean lower lottery to middle of the pack in the late first round of just point guards that can come out here and ball. I don't think that there's too many guys that we'll be picking that's going to be like head over heels better than someone else in the draft right away. I think right now they'll be drafting a potential if they keep it. But bravo, man. I'm scared to ask you this question because of what you're putting in the group chat. But if you're the Detroit Pistons, man, what are you doing with this pick? Are you trying to trade up, get a player that we should have gotten? Are you going to trade down and get more assets? Or are you going to try to keep this pick and just roll with the dice?
I don't know, honestly. I'm still like in this boat. I'm tired of this. I'm still in the shock mode of that falling to 7, and I don't know what to do because if Killian is not there, who are we gonna draft? I have no idea who we're gonna draft, to be honest. I don't like the rest of the players, to be honest. I mean, I okay with them. I consider them all good players, but I don't think you can hit on a player that we want. Like my top 3 was like Melo, Edward, and Killian. If there's none of them is there, I don't really care what happens with the pick. I mean, if you ask me if Killian is gone, I'd consider like trading up and get Melo. He's the guy we should target. The other way is to go do it the opposite way around. If none of them is gone, if nobody wanted to give us Melo, Killian, Edward, I just don't care about the pick, really. I'm not going to say what I said in the chat because I don't really care about the pick at that point.
JMO, before you let him have it on Free Smoke Saturday, PD, man, thank you for the $1, man. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys are subscribed to PD and the Detroit Sports Room. They have a hockey show, kind of like Above the Rim. It's called The Offsides, where they talk all things NHL Detroit Red Wings, man. They had a player on today, former Stanley Cup player, winner. Sorry, he played for the Red Wings. Played for the Red Wings, won a Stanley Cup here in Detroit. So if you guys did not go check that out, that's on the Detroit Sports Room channel. But go subscribe to PD as it alternates their channels. So if you're into Hockey Town, go check out their channels. J-Mo, man, I know you were about to let Bravo have it. What's this?
Man, Bravo. Like Drew said, I didn't think you were going to say something that crazy, but I do disagree with you. This isn't a 3-player draft. I think there are other options, but like we've been saying, if Killian isn't there, I think Cole Anthony and Kira Lewis are viable options. Like I think if Cole Anthony goes to the right situation, he could be a start immediately. And pairing him with a coach like Dwayne Casey, he'll root out all the stuff you hate about Cole Anthony. Dwayne Casey will change because he builds point guards on trees. So he look at the wonders he did with Bruce Brown just in a few months, and I think he could definitely mold Cole into a better player than if he went to like the Knicks and was just there in a dumpster fire doing whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking Cole Anthony or Kira Lewis. I don't have a problem. And people a lot of people don't want to take Kira Lewis like 7th overall. I don't understand if he's the guy you take him. Like shock the people, and when he balls out, everybody be like, "Wow, how did we sleep on him?" So I don't care about taking Kira Lewis 7th overall. I feel like you take Cole or Anthony, or you take Kira Lewis straight up. Killian Hayes not there. Then you just have to be like, okay, well, this point guard that we get gonna have to take a little bit more development. It might not be immediate impact. I think Killian Hayes will be the last guard that can be immediate impact. Cole Anthony could help you score off the bench or something like that. I don't know if he'll be starting for us, but I definitely think that Dwayne Casey could build any of the guards that we get into a better point guard. But like I said, man, I'm trading up and I'm getting Melo. So I'm doing whatever. I'm calling Golden State and seeing like, do y'all want to move from this pick? Because I need to get the point guard. And like if I can't get Melo, I might trade up and get Killian Hayes. I might trade up with the Bulls. Like I'm serious. Like because I feel like I don't want to pass on these players, And sometimes, like I said, we can either do that or wait next year, get the 14th pick, and see who that is going to be. We lucky Sekou fell off the top 10. That was rare. Every single mock draft you saw, every single one had Sekou as a top 10 prospect. So the fact that he failed to us was luck. That's not likely to happen again in this type of situation.
Well, I find it interesting you brought up trade for Golden State because our boy Koo, went to NBA Trade Machine and did this trade. It's where I seen it, and it seems like Twitter has caught on to it. The trade was Andrew Wiggins and their first overall pick, which is number 2, for Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, a future second-round draft pick, and our 7th overall pick, where we would have an opportunity to draft number 2. Chances are our boy LaMelo would be there. So, fellas, my question to you is this something that the Detroit Pistons will have to give up in order to move up to get the second pick or move into the top 3? Bravo, I'm going to start with you.
Can you say it again, please?
I'm sorry, what was that? You broke
the
up.
draft, the pick, the trade. I mean,
so the trade that we
the
trade that we seen was Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, a future second, and our 7th overall pick, in exchange for Golden State's Andrew Wiggins and their number 2 overall pick.
I don't really see the Golden State Warriors agreeing to that. They probably asking for more. So if that is possible, hey, I'd do it in a heartbeat, man. I mean, I'd love to get off. I don't hate to say it, but I don't know. I don't see Blake 100%. So if you would get away with that, I'd do it. But I don't really care about that Blake right now. I'm caring about Melo. If we can get Melo, I'd do it.
So, well, the thing is, Andrew Wiggins' contract is $28 million for 4 years, and that just sounds wanting to make me throw up. But if you're telling me we have to take on his contract to get LaMelo, I'm doing it because this is the way it. I'm not gonna lie. Andrew, I want to throw up just even talking about putting him on this team. But the thing is, you're just gonna have Blake for a few years anyway. Maybe make a couple playoff runs, but nothing serious. I do want him to build chemistry with everybody on the roster. But at the end of the day, you're paying Blake $34 million, so it'd be a little bit cheaper. You have a young player that is. I mean, I don't expect much. I expect him to score and not do nothing else because that's what he is. But at the end of the day, you get LaMelo, or see, it's like you get LaMelo, but you got to take on Wiggins. Or you just keep Blake, and who knows if he gets hurt or not. Where's his value at? If his value is at a place where I can move him in order to get the 2nd overall pick, I'm definitely gonna have to consider it very heavily.
I think the positive thing about this trade is it fills 2 needs for our teams. We get Andrew Wiggins, who can play the 3 for us. You can go ahead and draft Melo. That's a point guard. So then you can go into free agency with whatever cap you'll have left after taking that. I think if you move off from Blake, that the salary cap will be kind of similar. We'll probably have to pay a little bit more over the next couple of years with Andrew Wiggins because his contract is longer. But I think that will be in a similar spot right now. Again, with everything happening with the Rona and everything happening, I don't know how far the salary cap is going to fall. But then you go out and get a quality center, and then you filled all your offseason needs. Now you just got to build chemistry and build a winning team through all of that. I don't think that Andrew Wiggins will be a part of this team's future, but I don't think he's just terrible. I just think that he's way overpaid for what he gives you. But I would not be devastated by this trade at all. It would be nice to trade away Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose to a title contender. Hopefully see them go over there and get a ring over there because that will cement their legacies over there and make them a realistic Hall of Fame category players if they're not already, because I know a lot of guys don't like them outside of Detroit. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But Pistons talk, man. What's your thought on this trade? Again, nothing official, but I just want to know if this is something like you think that the Pistons would actually have to give up in order to move up that high. But for Andrew Wiggins and the 2nd overall pick from Golden State, we would have to give up Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, a future 2nd, and our 7th overall pick.
So I'm trying to do the math in my head, and you're going to have to pay LaMelo because if he's got like the 2nd overall pick, he's going to be making $10 million a year. Then you got Wiggins at $28 million, so you're back to the $38 million that you're going to be paying Blake. I don't know if I want to keep Wiggins until 2023. I feel like that trade, anyone that trades for that 2nd pick, they want to get rid of Wiggins. They want another star. They want to compete. I don't really know if – I feel like they would even have to throw in Luke in there just to sweeten the deal. I don't know why.
I mean, but they threw in Derrick Rose, so I mean, that's a high caliber player.
I think we could get more players from them, but
if we get more, we give it up more.
Yeah, I just don't want to take on Wiggins for all those years. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not worth close to $30 million. I don't know about you guys, but
I
No,
mean,
he's
no,
not.
he's not. We know that, but if you can get LaMelo, then
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
fine with that. Because just imagine in a different world. Let's say Wiggins is already on the team and we paying him, and we got the second overall pick, and now we about to take LaMelo. He would still be on the team getting $28 million. Now, of course, we're living in a world where we're paying Blake this money and we're not getting LaMelo, and that's the way I'm looking at it. Because we're still playing. Blake is still what 2-3 years, $34 million, like. That's still a lot of damn money. So, and he's injury prone, so we might not even get, I'm not a fan of Wiggins. I'm just not. But I think he can fit in our system and score some points for us because we do need that wing scorer. Sekou can play the power forward and the small forward, and they can switch up. We definitely need that wing scorer. He can play defense. And then you have to be dependent on guys like Luke Kennard and Christian Wood and Sekou to be your stars. But we'll transition to more of a young, scrappy team. Like I don't want to take on Andrew Wiggins' contract; it's horrible. But if I can get LaMelo, and I'm still got to play Blake $34 million, I think it's something to consider. But I understand if you don't want to do that. But it's not like I want Wiggins. I'm just thinking about. If you
yeah,
get LaMelo, like you might have to do. When the next time we gonna get a second overall pick caliber guy?
I mean, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like you're getting a good prospect in LaMelo, but you also have a trash contract with Wiggins. So
Yeah, but it's not like Wiggins is completely trash, and that's
no, he's not trash. It's just some days the guy
it's just
can't.
like he's TJ Warren.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you 18, 19 a game and nothing else. And you see what TJ Warren doing up against a real dog team, he doing nothing because that's just what he is. But I'm not like trying to come at TJ Warren, but that's just what he is. Look, 28 million is horrible, but Tobias Harris getting paid more than Blake Griffin. So I just feel like if you could get, it's not even LaMelo, if you could get Anthony Edwards or LaMelo, and you had to take on Wiggins' contract, because we talked about if we're moving up, we're gonna have to take on a contract.
That's the price you got to pay.
Right.
You gotta see the thing about trades that makes it so hard is you have to give up assets and take some bad ones in return to get some good stuff. Not everyone's just gonna give you this pick for nothing. There's gonna be a consequence with it. But I think that we could get something in return for Wiggins down the road, maybe in a year or two, when his contract's not that long. I think that if we get him, it's a short-term plan. It's not going to be a long-term deal.
Even though I think it's a chance to get Melo. If the Pistons believe in Melo, he's going to be the future perennial All-Star. I don't know if he's the guy, but I do believe in fit for Melo for the Pistons. I mean, since the beginning of this lottery, I was so high on him, and I'm still have a chance. I believe in him because his passing is gifted. It's special. You're not going to find like guards like this with the passing kind of guards in a while. Trust me, I don't see this happening in the next couple of years at least. So you never know. I'd probably take a fly on Melo because this will automatically help us with the second pick, and it will give us a chance to draft Melo. Why not?
See, the thing about it is, I'm looking at the draft board right now, and I'm looking at Charlotte. I'm just thinking like they're going to draft Melo if we don't trade up and get him. He's not going to be there long term anyway. I think once he becomes a free agent, he'll sign for the max deal or whatever, and then ask to be traded because they don't have anything else. Like they got Graham and him, and it'd be a nasty backcourt, but they have such a long way to go before they're going to be good.
Well, Drew, my thing is I don't disagree with you, but weren't they like the 9th seed?
Yeah.
So, and look, even
they were the 10th seed. They were the 10th seed.
Okay, they were the 10th seed. So I mean that's a start with that level of talent. Even though I don't want to, I don't like him going there. I just put it like this: we only think of Charlotte the way we think of Charlotte because Melo not there yet. Once he goes there, we done seen plenty of point guards come and change the franchise. Kemba Walker did it for Charlotte. So if he's going to Charlotte, I'm not gonna like it at all. But I think it could turn out pretty well. And I think they'll replace the coach if they're mishandling things, and they'll sign him to a long-term deal. And if they're competitive, they're competitive. Because like at the end of the day, I do believe in Melo, and I think wherever he goes, he's gonna have an impact and like on that team.
Yeah. Maybe we can get Lonzo after that.
I've been trying to get Lonzo for years, and Pistons still ain't doing it, man. Come on, man. They disrespect the Lonzo name. You know, I remember Chauncey Billups. He was third overall pick. You know, people hated on him. They thought he failed and he didn't live up to the hype. He came to the Pistons, and now he Hall of Famer with a Finals MVP. People disrespect Lonzo. Let's bring him over here, man, and put him with Sekou and let it be over with. Come on, man.
Let's go ahead and say we're not going to be trading up with Golden State. Say that Troy Weaver says that he's okay to stay at 7. He likes some people here at 7. My question to you guys and people in the chat, let me know who you guys would want at number 7. Obviously, I want Killian Hayes or Lewis. Those are my 2 highest point guards in the draft outside of LaMelo. But Pistons talk, man, who are some candidates at 7 that you would really like the Detroit Pistons to take a chance on?
Like you said, Killian Hayes, Kyra Lewis. I don't even want to mess around with Tyrese Halliburton. Like, I probably watched.
You were like the highest on him out of all of us, though.
It's.
You started
The more I watch him, the more I fear that he's not a true point guard. He's kind of like a combo guard, kind of like when we drafted Stuckey a few years ago. Like, he can play off the ball really well, but I just don't know what he'll be long term. Not to say that the talent isn't there. He's very talented. He's a good defender. He's a good shooter. It's just, I don't know. Like, I'd rather take a gamble on a Kyra Lewis because I feel, he's been in college for a few years. To me, he's the best fit. I think he's a better fit than Killian Hayes, in my opinion. I think you get a point guard like Kyra Lewis that can run with Sekou, run with Christian Wood. That team's going to be very scary. You're going to have Derrick Rose starting and Kyra off the bench. Those point guards are going to be worn out. To me, Kyra Lewis would be my pick at 7.
I like hearing that because I'm really high on Lewis. Really high.
I was like, hold on. I was about to say my mic was muted. You don't have any qualms about his weight though?
Dude, he can add weight. I mean, Melo added 15 pounds.
Like you saying he a better fit than Killian. I think Killian come in year 1 and like it's just like it'll work. I don't know if Kyra Lewis what he's gonna do until he gets some more weight on him.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. My only thing with Killian is he plays like a 30-year-old vet already. He's got like that old man game where like he's really slow, but he's methodical with it. I mean, he's so patient. I think the only thing with him,
Killian, bro, I said he got this special quality of smoothness. Like he just like sliding on the court and cooking you. And you just like, what's going on? And when him in pick and roll, I don't know. I need to know who taught him how to do that because like in pick and roll, it's just too easy for him to do. Almost, and he can shoot from every level. He can shoot mid ranges. He has floaters, and he can finish, and then he can shoot 3-pointers. So, and then I think his handles is great. I like Kyra Lewis because if you were telling me that Kyra Lewis' weight would not be a problem, then I'm saying draft him 3rd overall. That's what I'm saying. I'm dead serious. If you telling me that's not going to be a problem, he going to be what you think he is, and that's not going to be an issue. I'm drafting him 3rd overall because he's that damn good. I just, things like that can limit certain players early on. We've seen it happen with Brandon Ingram a lot. It took him years to finally get stronger, even with his small frame. So that's just the perspective that I'm looking at it with him. Because, I know the NBA and the physicality, like he's going to have to get some weight,
Well, Jim, well, then who else would you be willing to take at 7 besides Lewis?
I'll take Cole Anthony for sure. I've mentioned him, and of course Killian Hayes. But besides that, I know Bravo said I don't think the Pistons will add another shooting guard, and I don't think they would either. But I like Devin Vassell. I really do. Even though we stacked that shooting guard, I'll draft him anyway. Like that's the way I feel because I don't know, man. It's just like I like him. And I think he has a lot to prove, and if we can develop him, like he's a player that, like, if you develop his skills, he'll end up turning into a great player, kind of like a Kawhi Leonard, where you had to develop all them other skills around him, and he just turned into a great player. I think Vassell has that type of potential, but you have to develop him. So I definitely would take him if we're not taking those point guards. But I'm taking Cole Anthony, Kiera Lewis, Killian Hayes. It's simple. But if not them, I'm taking Vassell. I'm not taking Okoro or Okonwu. No.
Bravo, man. You're our scouting expert. I know you're shaking up
Yeah.
by us falling to 7, but if we're staying at 7, Bravo, who are some prospects that you think would be a decent fit for the Detroit Pistons?
I think our best fit is Killian Hayes. If we get the chance to pick him, definitely pick him. Outside of Killian Hayes, I'm going to be controversial because pick the best player available, honestly. So it's if you really think that Kira Lewis is the guy, just compare Kira Lewis, just to go back to that argument. Kira Lewis is 168 pounds, and Tyrese Halliburton is 170 pounds. Dude, Tyrese Halliburton is a skinny dude. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. That makes me even lower.
I think he's 170 to 178. He's
That
really
can't be.
underweight
I
too.
gotta look that up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So he's
that.
also a skinny dude. I wouldn't really bank my money on Tyrese Halliburton. I don't hate the guy. He's a very smart player, actually. I think he's one of the most probably like high IQ point guard, but he doesn't really play the natural. So the thing is his ISO situation. When you give the ball to Tyrese Halliburton in ISO mode, he's not going to be able to make an impact with the defender in his face. His way of shooting the ball is awkward. And if you really want him to score, he's going to be really of a shooting, catch and shoot situation rather than like of a dribble shoot. He's not going to be able to make a lot of points. He can do the dribble and then floaters and pick and roll. Maybe he's really good at that, but I'm not really high on Halliburton. So if you really ask me which one out of those, I'm probably going to go with Killian Hayes. He's my number one. Other than that, there's like, even Kira Lewis. Kira Lewis, you can draft him outside of the top 10. I wouldn't bank my money on a 7th pick with drafting Kira Lewis because he's probably like an outside of the top 10, to be honest. So, I mean, I'd be okay. I hate to say it, but I'd be okay with the best center outside of James Wiseman and Okonwu. I mean, I take Okonwu over Halliburton any day. Okonwu is a dog. He's going to defend. He's a good player. Although, really, I don't think we should draft a center by any means. But he is like, if you really want to draft something you don't like, get something like a Okonwu. I mean, he's the best out of those players. Even if other one, I would think Pistons should really consider if he falls down as Denny Avdia. Denny Avdia is really nice. I think if he falls down by some chance, and even James Wiseman, I don't think Wiseman will fall, but you never know. I've seen some reports talking about Wiseman and Avdia possibly falling. I mean, I think we should consider them. Why not?
I think Avdia will fall because a lot of people like me are kind of skeptical about him.
I
was about to say, I think Cleveland's the best fit for him. I think if Cleveland gets there, they'll be a playoff contender. I'm not saying they'll be enough to get into the playoffs, but they're missing a small forward, and with Drummond and Kevin Love and then Sexton and Garland at the 1 and the 2, they have a pretty solid starting 5. I think they'll be a pretty nice team next year if that's the case. I don't think Wiseman will fall, especially if Golden State does not trade down. They need a center. That would be the best fit for him, and it would be the best fit for the Warriors. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how these teams are going to react. I do think that if any team is willing to trade down, it would be Golden State because, like you said, Okongwu he's a nice player, man, and I like him a lot. It's just for me. I don't want the Pistons to start this rebuild by taking another center after we just traded away the best center that we have had since Ben Wallace and Andre Drummond away that was here for the last 8-9 years. I don't want to start the rebuild going down the same route. I want, if there's going to be a real rebuild, start it different. Don't try to replace Andre Drummond just because you traded him and that there's a center on the board that's pretty good. Get the best guard available, get the best forward available, and start from there. Don't go the center route. I won't be disappointed if we get Okongwu. I just wouldn't be super ecstatic because I know he needs a point guard still. And that's the whole problem with our previous teams over the last 10 years is we've never had the point guard. I want to start the rebuild with the point guard. So we'll have to wait and see. I seen someone in the comment ask, when's the draft? I don't think anything's set in stone yet. I think they're still kind of waiting for finals stuff to kind of come into emergence here. And once they do that, they'll announce it, which will be live on my channel for the actual draft. it'll be fun.
I thought they
So-
said it was in October.
So October 16 is the day of the draft,
Yeah.
assumed to be right now. But there's recent articles talking about delaying everything by Adam Silver because he wants to think that the fans will be at the stadium at some point, which I really doubt it without a vaccine. So, but maybe I think it might be delayed until like November. Maybe you'll see. You'll see this. I'm not sure.
J-Mo, man, I see your Rockets got the ball here with a chance to either win or lose the game. How are you feeling about this right
It don't matter. They're gonna win the series regardless.
now? Making excuses before they
Like-
even inbound the ball? Come on.
I'm not
Man.
making excuses. I said it doesn't matter because they're gonna win the series. What excuse is that?
Hey, you should have
But like
swept
they're
them.
gonna win the series. This play don't matter.
We'll see. We'll see.
They definitely win
so-
the series. Stop playing, man.
Make sure you guys come in and like the video, man. I see we got almost 50 people rocking with us right now. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Go to the description. If you're following us on Periscope or Twitter right now, like and retweet, all that good stuff. So we talked about this a little bit with Danny Avita and Wiseman about them possibly falling in the draft. I've seen some reports that maybe LaMelo would fall. Again, I don't think that's the case. So I'm going to start this one off with you, Pistons Talk. Are there any players in this draft right now that you think could fall? Doesn't have to be to 7 for the Pistons, but do you think that there will be a good player that will fall past where they're projected?
I think James Wiseman is the only player, and maybe Denny Avdia too. James Wiseman and Avdia, to me, are the two players I believe that are going to fall. James Wiseman, because we really didn't get to see too much of him play, but I mean, I could see him being anywhere from 3 to 6 potentially. As for Denny Avdia, some draft websites have him out of the lottery, which I don't understand. To me, he's going to be a top 5 pick, but that's just my opinion. It could do a Seiko thing. He could go the 15th. You never know what happens in these drafts.
I cannot. It's just like the hype on him is way higher than it was for Sekou though.
Yeah.
So it's
I
just
wouldn't
like
be surprised, though. I really wouldn't. People are
but
so
who they, I mean, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen teams do stupider things, but Cleveland is a team that needs like everything but point guard, so they could take any position but guard. So they could take on Conwoo or Okoro or something like that because you got Tristan Thompson and Andre Drummond who's leaving. You might need somebody else there, but I can't see Danny falling. That'll be good if he did fall though, because I'm definitely taking him 100%. I'm taking him instantly, bro. I'm taking poor man Luka instantly. What do you mean?
J-Mo, man, what about your thoughts, man? Do you think there's any top prospects in this draft that could fall and maybe be available for the Pistons?
I think James Wiseman definitely can fall. Besides that, I don't see anybody else really falling. I think LaMelo could fall to 4 if that's considered falling. I don't know how that could happen, but I think he can fall to 4. But besides that, I don't see anybody falling besides Wiseman because we don't. What the hell is Golden State going to do? I'm almost like 50% sure they gonna trade the pick, and then I'm almost like I have no idea what they gonna do. Like I feel like they should trade the pick because like it doesn't matter for them as much as other teams, but we don't know what they're gonna do. It's going to overtime.
Really?
Oh, man. I'm mad House missed that free throw, man. Come on, bro. Like, make your free throw. Like, you felt that pressure, bro.
I don't know, man. I feel like OKC's got the momentum right now. I think James Harden's hurt. I think he's pretty banged up right now. So, bro, you talked about it in the last topic, but besides Danny Avita and Wiseman, is there any other player in the draft right now that you think will fall?
Yeah, definitely. I think Okonwo could fall. He's projected to be really a top 5 pick. Denny Avdia, Wiseman. I don't see Wiseman falling much, but possibly. Why not? Because Atlanta is not known for drafting foreign players. I can tell you that they don't like foreign players. They don't have a good experience with that. So I don't see them drafting Avdia or Killian Hayes. I don't know. I could be wrong. Cleveland they can draft foreign players, but I don't know if they will take Avdia because he might be overhyped from his league. I don't really see other top. If we're really lucky, I think the player who would fall to us is Killian Hayes. I'd love to get Killian. I think that's the guy I'm banking my money on because he's my top third on the mock draft, a big board for me. And other than Killian, it's really hard to pick. Really, I don't really have a choice specific one. Everybody can be the same, pretty much.
I do think Obi Toppin could fall. So if Obi Toppin fell to 7 and Killian Hayes is gone, are y'all taking him?
No. No. You already got Christian Wood and Blake, and Obi Toppin's defense is so bad.
Yeah, I heard Truth Teller post this comment about how he said De'Aaron Fox was 169 pounds. So I mean, look, I'm taking Killian before Kiera Lewis because Killian's passing ability is just it's just too good. But I don't got an issue with taking him. But like I said, Troy Weaver and those guys, it seemed like the reporters was hyping up Halliburton. I don't know why. I don't know why the Pistons reporters have been so wrong about their evaluation of players. Because last year they said Romeo Langford and Nazir Little, and we were like, what are you talking about? And this year they're saying Tyrese Halliburton. Like that dude, Rod Beard. Shout out to Rod Beard if you're watching. But he said he wondered if LaMelo and Halliburton got the same level of skill set, and then that's when I was like, all right. So I don't know what the Pistons are thinking.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what they're thinking, man.
I don't know what they're thinking either. But what I can tell you is what Luke Kennard is thinking. If you guys don't follow Luke Kennard on social media, wasn't that a smooth transition, though? Like, give me props. Give me props, okay?
I'll give you props for that.
So this came out the day of the draft lottery. Luke Kennard took to social media to let out his frustration because, Luke Kennard has been a subject to be attacked by the fans about he should be Donovan Mitchell. It's not Luke Kennard's fault that he got drafted here. That is Stan Van Gundy. But he says, I'm not complaining, but you're either with us or against us. No excuses, not letting any negativity fill my mind. Don't bring it anywhere near me. We know that what it takes. Hashtag Detroit basketball. So, fellas, man, let me make that bigger for the peeps. That's what she said. What are your takes from this quote from our boy, Luke Kennard? J-Mo, I know you're one of the biggest Luke Kennard fans that I know. What's your takeaway from this tweet?
But, what is this actually referring to, though?
Yeah.
So,
we can speculate, but I don't know why he said this.
I think it's a lot of things. I think it's mainly that we fell and that we're not going to get the player that we thought we were going to get. But I think also a good majority of it is that he's kind of getting tired of the you should be Donovan Mitchell. Why aren't you here? Because Donovan Mitchell's had 100 and some points over 3 games in the playoffs. He's been going crazy. They're up 2-1 over Denver right now. And a lot of Detroit fans have been complaining that we should have Donovan Mitchell right now. So I think that in this small tweet, he's kind of letting a number of things come out.
Well, like I said, I don't necessarily know what it's referring to. But, of course, I love it. I keep telling y'all, man, Luke Kennard is not Donovan Mitchell, but Luke Kennard is a damn baller. Like, he will cook your favorite player with the simplest, laziest-looking hezzy, and he can shoot the lights out. And, I mean, I like him as a player. I told you guys I think he can be an all-star. I mean, he's not Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, that hurts, But, like I said, we've had worse situations. Luke Kennard is the only situation where I feel like when we passed up on a player, we still end up getting a great player. It just wasn't a superstar, because when we passed up on some other guys, we ended up with guys like KCP, Stanley Johnson, guys like that. Instead, we got Luke Kennard, a guy that's going to be a starter. I definitely think he'll be an all-star because I think he's only getting better. So I really don't care what the fans got to say. You already know what I say. No Luke Kennard slander will be tolerated. Or you already know I'm here. Like I say, man was averaging 19 points a game, giving you 4 assists. Great field goal percentage. 40, 80, 40, 80, 45. I don't know what more y'all want. He's not going to be Donovan Mitchell. And I like what he's saying. I like that fire, man. But, let the haters hate. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be directing your anger towards Luke. You need to direct it towards, the guys who made the mistakes.
Absolutely. Bravo, man. What is your takeaway from this Luke Kennard downtown 3 on Twitter.
I don't know what he means by that. Really, is it because we fell, or is it because he's getting traded? I don't know what's going on really. So
Come on, Bravo.
Maybe he's getting chipped to get Melo.
If he's getting traded, why would he quote or do hashtag Detroit basketball?
I don't know. I don't really care so much about it, but I do just okay, whatever.
All right, man. What? I don't know what you're talking about right now, Bravo. But all right, Pistons talk, man. What's your thoughts about this Luke Kennard Twitter tweet?
I think it's a combination of us falling. And I think you can actually see it. James is the second one. He says, I'm not complaining, but you should have been Donovan Mitchell. I think he's been hearing that for the past 3-4 years, and I think he's tired of it, honestly. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he says you're either with us or against us, he's probably sick of these I wouldn't even call them casual Pistons fans, just, Piston Twitter trolls, honestly. They're saying, you suck, you suck, you suck. I think he's just tired of it, and he just wants to put the Pistons, back into the playoffs. He loves it here, honestly.
He's a cool guy. He does a lot of cool stuff with the fans. He's a very cool guy off the court. So I love Luke Kennard, man. So I even though the Pistons may have goofed and not take Donovan Mitchell, so did every other team that didn't take him either. It's not just the Pistons. The only difference is Luke Kennard's not a terrible player. He's not a bust. He's a great player. He's got to stay healthy, and he's going to be solid. Will he be ever as good as Donovan Mitchell? Who knows? Maybe, but probably not, because Donovan Mitchell can play both sides of the ball. So, Luke, if you're watching, we love you, buddy. We will not say anything bad about you because J-Mo will not allow us to. He puts us in check anytime we.
And Donovan Mitchell is not a good defender, but yeah, it looked like OKC got their one little charity win. When Westbrook come back on Monday, it'd be over. James Harden fouled out. It's been like he fouled out and then they just went on the 10-0 run. Well, of course that's gonna happen. But no, man, no Luke Kennard slander will be tolerated because I don't think it's been deserved, man. He's been a good player. What do you want from him? They said he was the best shooter in his draft class. He is. He lived up to his height. They didn't say, he's Luka Doncic. They said this dude is a lights out shooter, JJ Redick 2.0. What is Luke Kennard? Lights out shooter, JJ Redick 2.0. I don't know what they were saying about Donovan Mitchell, but my thing is Luke Kennard is actually better than what he was projected to be. He was projected to simply just be JJ Redick, but JJ Redick can't pass or ball handle like Luke Kennard can. Can't finish like him either. So definitely can shoot like him, But and that's what I'm thinking. Luke Kennard has exceeded expectations. I don't think, a lot of people who thought we selected him could think he could be an all-star. Some people still don't think he could be an all-star. But I'm telling you, you give Luke Kennard 17 shots a game, he's gonna be averaging crazy numbers on efficiency numbers, definitely. So I think he's exceeded his expectations. Simply that's why I won't let the slander. Donovan Mitchell is a beast, man. It sucks, but so is Devin Booker and so is Giannis. At least the player is still on the team, and if the Pistons don't re-sign him, then I'll be pissed. But I do think they'll re-sign him, so it'll be all right.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and transition back into the draft. Now, this does not have to do about trading up or down. This is about adding more assets to us because I think we can get a solid player at 7. May not be franchise-changing player. So my next question to you, fellers, and people in the chat, make sure you guys tell me what you guys would do. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. Should the Detroit Pistons look to add either another first-round draft pick, and again, this doesn't mean moving up, but maybe getting somewhere between a mid-tier first-round pick to an end of the first-round draft pick. We do not have a second-round draft pick. Should we trade for a second-round draft pick? Pistons talk, should we look to add another draft pick in general and keep the 7th pick and get 2 draft picks this year?
I think you could probably look at what we did last year with John Lure, taking on a bad contract to try to get maybe a first-rounder. You look at a team like Boston, they have 3 first-round draft picks. I don't really know if they would be willing to take on 3 rookie deals, but I would not be surprised if they trade all 3 of those picks. I don't think they want 3 new rookies. I know this is kind of off topic, but I was talking to a Kings fan, and he said he would do this trade. The 7th pick for their 12th pick and the 35th pick for Luke Kennard.
What do we get out of that?
You get a 12th pick and a second-round pick that was already ours anyways from the Reggie Jackson trade for Luke Kennard.
So again, what do we get out of that?
You get 2 picks. And you
Again,
don't have to
what do we
pay,
get out of that?
you don't have to pay Luke next
What do
next
you
year.
mean? Like, so we give up Luke, and then we get the 12th pick, and then they give us the 35th. Like, that sounds insane. Of course, that Kings fan want that. What you mean? Could you imagine that? Like, we giving up Luke for basically the 35th pick. Are you serious? No. Of course the Kings fan would love that. I'm sure you would love that. I thought you were gonna say some Buddy Hield or Bogdanovich. I didn't hear any players. So yeah, we'll give you 2 picks and give us Luke Kennard for free. Like what? No, but if you want to throw, I mean, I only like I really don't want any of the Kings players. I'm good.
I mean, at least throw Buddy Hield in the trade or something.
I don't want Buddy Hield though.
I didn't say I wanted him. I said at least throw him in the trade.
Yeah.
Right.
Offer it.
Like I know they're not giving up Fox, so I'm kind of good on the Kings players, and I've seen them play a lot of games this year.
I really don't want us to send Luke Kennard to Luke Walton either. Like I like Luke Kennard too much to do him dirty like that. He's already had it bad enough under Stan Van Gundy and Dwayne Casey his first couple of years. He doesn't need to go to Luke Walton, bro. That would be career
Nobody
over.
needs to go to Luke Walton.
Oh man, I kind of miss Luke Walton being the coach of the Pelicans, so that way we hear JMO complain about him every day. But now we got a new coach coming in. I forgot Elvin Gentry got fired. Congrats on that one, JMO. At least something turned out right for you this offseason.
Oh yeah, that was a miracle.
Jason Kidd.
That was a miracle because all we were like, get rid of this man, and usually it never happens. And the team was like, yeah, y'all right, he gone. And I was like, wow.
I gotta say it's a good day today, man. We're having fun on the show. Rockets are about to lose. I know JMO is going to be mad about that one.
I'm good. They win the series. So
CP3 ball.
If you really think OKC will win this series, I think something wrong.
Nah, I don't think they will. Bro. I'm pulling for them, bro. I'm pulling
They
for them.
beating up on these dudes without Westbrook. Like without Westbrook, they got their whole squad up 2-1.
Bravo, man. How about yourself, man? What would you be willing to either add another first-round draft pick this year or even a second-round draft pick just to get some more assets since we did fall to 7?
I don't know if it's really useful to get any draft. So it depends. All depends on the price. What are we paying to get this second pick or like additional pick? Are we giving up like a lot of asset? What are we exactly giving up? If we giving up Snail, I consider it. If we giving up like maybe Thon Maker, I don't know. I might consider it. But if we're really like giving up like a Zvi or Kyrie, I don't know. I'll consider giving up Kyrie to get a second additional pick, because this is like everybody's saying this is a weak draft. I don't really think it matters if we get an additional pick. I think it would be useful to get it, but I don't know if it's good at, because this kind of draft, like I mentioned, it will be useful to get another pick only in the fact that this is possibly you can bank on a later drafted player to be a star player. Like this is the kind of draft that I expect the star player, like the superstar player, maybe to be like in the outside the lottery, because I don't know. Everybody's saying this. I'm not really sure if it's possible. So it all depends on the price, Drew.
Yeah, that's always the name of the game when you're making trades like this is how much you're willing to give up, how much a team is going to demand from you. If they want too much, I don't think the draft's that loaded where you should like hurt yourself trying to get some more young assets. But if the price is right, come on down. You're the next contestant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would just be on the phone telling teams that you're open to it. Tell them that if they want to make trades, your number is blah, 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 blah. Hit me up. You can DM me at 2:30 in the morning. I will be up to look at it. Like that's what the mindset needs to be, because the Pistons right now, I wouldn't be tied down to the 7th pick. I'm not opposed to trading and getting another pick. Do whatever is best for business. Whatever is what's best for the team, do that, at this point in time. But JMO, what about you, man? Would you be willing to add another draft pick for us this year, either a first or a second?
No. I'm not moving. If Killian Hayes is there, I'm not moving from the 7th pick. I don't.
No, not moving from the 7th pick, but keeping the 7th pick and adding another pick.
Then What are we giving up then? Then I'll say no again. Like, because I'm not. Why would I give up assets for a weak draft? I don't. Maybe Kyrie Thomas, like, I love him. Like Bravo said, of course he's gonna ball on his other team, average 18, 19 a game. We know, but maybe Kyrie Thomas. But after, I don't want to give up Bruce Luka. Like, I like our young core, and I don't like this draft outside of like maybe the top 15. I know, like after like the top 15, I don't think you're gonna find any players that can be even maybe like starters. After that, it's always a gem every draft. But like after the top 15, you're not gonna find any starters if it even goes that deep. But there's some players that are not being talked about that I do think are gonna be productive NBA players. So that's what I'm saying. Top 15. Long story short, I don't think whatever we would trade would net us one of those high picks for those players. Now, if that happens, then I might consider it. I might consider, like, if you give me Bruce Brown and I'm getting, like, picked 13th overall or 12th overall or fee for something like that, then yeah. But if it's anything lower than that, it's not something that I'm going to do.
Well, before we transition to the peeps giving us some questions, fellas, we got some stuff to talk about outside of the Detroit Pistons because here at Above the Rim, we talk more than just Pistons. NBA playoffs are back, man. We have had some great games, some great matchups going on right now. Me personally, I've been liking the Clippers versus the Mavericks, although Luka, ouch, that won't look good. But fellas, man, what are some of your favorite matchups so far in the playoffs? Who are some of the teams that you think got a shot up upsetting? Like, do you guys think Portland could upset the Lakers? They've been playing pretty well so far. Pistons talk, man. I'm going to start with you, man. What are some of the matchups you like so far?
The only games I've been watching, I'm going to be honest with you, are the Rockets and the Thunder and the Blazers and the Lakers. Those are the only two series I've been actually watching. I haven't even been watching any of the other games because I just want to see what James Harden can do against OKC without Russ, and I want to see if LeBron could beat the Blazers. And it looks like the Blazers are going to be an easy win for the Lakers, and who knows what's going to happen with that Thunder.
I mean, they're winning right now.
Who knows, man? Like,
I think the Lakers will win, but it's going to be a good series. I'm with you on that.
It all depends on how healthy Dame can stay and how much Dame keeps balling. He's got that little finger fracture going on, whatever, but
yeah.
Game one, he's hitting those half-court shots, bro.
Yeah, so can I ask you something, Pistons talk? So you didn't want to watch the series with Luka in it? Man, Luka Doncic's first playoff game. And I'm not even a Luka fan, but, like, he can ball. Like, that dude.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. It's just, like, I don't know. Like, I can't
listen. You probably thought they didn't have a chance, and you ain't
it's not even him. It's Chris Webber. I can't listen to Chris Webber for 3 hours.
The mute button is your friend. Like, every time that I leave it on and mute isn't on, I'm, like, throwing up in the background, like, whenever I'm doing something. I'm like, bro, turn his TV off. So Chris Webber, the reason I can't blame you. I can't blame you.
So I want to bring this up. This is really funny. He's talking about Carmelo Anthony and LeBron, and he says, yeah, Carmelo Anthony was the second pick in the 2003 NBA draft. I'm like, bro, what are you smoking?
It's legal, bro. It's legal.
No, he's telling you what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
He's rewriting history. Maybe there's a paradigm shift. Maybe we need to go check the history books. Maybe we did draft Melo. I don't know. No, Miss, man. What's going on, buddy? Oh, okay. Nice to have you come on the show.
Right, man.
All right. J-Mo, man, I know you've been all about the playoffs right now, man. Besides the Rockets, who else you been liking? What some of your matchups you liking right now? Curious to see what you got to say.
Pistons talk said I haven't watched every series. I've like watched part of the game 2 against the Heat and the Pacers and part of game 3. And then I watched like a couple Boston and Sixers games. But I only seen one Utah game, like a quarter of one of the Utah games. So when I found out they destroyed them like that, I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I've really just been watching the Lakers and the Rockets and my boy Luka. Man, you got the Clippers playing like Luka, prime LeBron James, dog. They out here treating him like they out here like, bro, we not about to lose Luka, dog. Hold up. The Clippers playing so desperate. Like, we all expect them to win, but when you see how hard they got to try, and I'm not saying that the Mavericks are pushovers. I'm saying the Clippers acting as if they the lower seeded team. The way they be trying the way they be trying to fight, and you know, we might see our first bubble fight in this series, man. They almost don't fought like every game, so like
You
I'm
love
ready
to see it. You love to see it.
oh, Marquise Morris was good, and then Marquise Morris gonna two-piece him up and be like, bro, you don't know where you from, dog. I'm gonna make you look like that picture that was online when your nose was bloody. And then it's gonna be hilarious. But I've just been watching, you know, Luka, the Blazers, and like I said, I definitely want to see how James Harden, because you know, I'm not really a James Harden fan. I wanted to see how he would do. And when I saw that the rest of the Rockets are gonna show up and they're here for the party, I'm like, oh, they gonna beat these guys in 5 games, 6 games max, like smoothly. Like they should be down, but they're not. So
Jeff, man, I seen you asked if we have Twitter. We all do have Twitter. Mine is in the description. Phyllis, if y'all unplug your Twitter handles real quick.
313 J Mo, man, you already know, man.
I know Pistons Talk. Yours is just Pistons Talk, right?
Yeah.
Bravo, I know yours is pretty long. You want to tell us your Twitter?
Yeah, I'll type it in later. Okay.
Okay, man. I gave you an opportunity to plug it. But yeah, playoffs have been great so far, man. I hope Luka's okay. They need Luka to stay in the series, but it's going to be a good matchup. I think that's one of my favorite first-round matchups right now. Although low-key, I've been loving this Lakers-Blazers matchup. I did not expect it to be this good, this competitive. Both teams want it. I think that the underdog factor is always a favorable matchup for Portland's kind of saying, man. Like it's kind of weird. Like they thrive under this underdog just culture. You know, like Dave's pulling up crazy shots right now and knocking them down. AD's been going crazy. It's been fun. And it's only going to get better from here on out once people – like they're not even – like I wouldn't even say that they're in basketball conditioning yet from having 3 months off. So I think that the chemistry is still off with a lot of these teams right now. But basketball's back, man, and it is in the playoffs. So, fellas, man, out of the short amount of games we've seen right now, is there a team – yeah, go ahead. What you got?
Well, Nikola Jokic run out of gas. What I tell y'all, bro? Utah, and like I told y'all, I just don't believe in them, but they got Donovan Mitchell. Like, and they're gonna beat Denver. And I told y'all they was gonna do that. Yes, Nikola Jokic will run out of gas. When your best player is a center and you're not playing Bobo and you giving him 8 minutes a game, you ain't gonna win nothing. And I'm not saying Bobo is the GOAT or nothing, but Bobo should be in the rotation. I'm sorry. His matchup problems, he needs to be in the rotation, but he's just out because, you know, he's a rookie. I can't, you know, I understand, but he's too good to not be in the rotation, you know. But no, Denver in trouble. I'm telling you, man. Donovan Mitchell saw Jamal Murray post that little, oh yeah, you dropped 57. I saw you by the pool. I'm like, oh yeah. He like, oh yeah, you saw me by the pool. All right, I'm gonna see you with these 2 dubs in your face. They got Mike Conley back, so it's a wrap.
Yeah, I wasn't high on Denver to begin with, man. Like I just didn't buy into it. Like I think they were a great regular season team, but when you have to play the Jazz round 1 and you're struggling with them, how the hell are you going to beat the Lakers, the Clippers, the Rockets? Like I'm not a believer in the Nuggets right now. They're a piece or two away from being legit. They just got a good foundation and a great coach. Outside of that, I don't think they have the enough right now.
I don't think they're any pieces away. I just think they're young.
They are young, and I think
they literally have they got Michael Porter. They got
I was just about to say if Michael Porter continues to stay healthy, it will be scary. Michael Porter Jr. will be nasty.
All right, look, I'm gonna say this for the last time for the rest of you Michael Porter doubters that think he's gonna end up having back injuries the rest of his career. Get on board or buckle up. The dude is amazing. I told y'all. Day one, I said, obviously, we gave him our pick, and I'm like, whoever passes up on Michael Porter Jr. is going to regret it. And I was surprised when the Clippers passed up on him and never got him. They got Shaw, but they traded Shaw. Yeah, Michael's there. So they're going to be good. They're just young. Michael is basically like a rookie and a half. Yeah, I said rookie and a half. And Bobo's a rookie. You know, they're just an extremely young team, you know. But 2 years from now, they'll be a team that you know is going to get out the first round, no doubt, but not right now.
Hey, Jimmy.
Listen, Gary Harris too.
Jimmy, let me ask you a question real quick, man. What day is it?
It's Free Smoke Saturday, man. You know what it is.
Absolutely, folks. It's Free Smoke Saturday. So if you got any questions for us about the Detroit Pistons, NBA draft, NBA playoffs, NBA in general, drop them down below. You can direct them to either me, JMO, Bravo, Pistons Talk, or open up to the whole panel. There's no right or wrong answers from us. It's all our opinions. But in the meantime, make sure you guys like the video. Go follow us on social media. My Instagram and Twitter links are in the description. 313JMO at Twitter. Pistons Talk at Twitter. Go follow them if you want to interact with them. And if you guys want to come on the show, all you have to do is hit me up on social media, and I can get you guys on the show. So definitely looking forward to coming up shows. You guys have been fantastic these last couple of shows. You guys have really turned out and supported us. So it is awesome. Let's see here. Blue and Silver Phantom. Can anyone help Troy Weaver speak? I can't stand hearing him all the time. That's just a personal problem, bro. I can't help with the situation. Nomus J in the building. What's going on, Gnome? Says, what if the Pistons trade out of the top 10? I don't think they'll trade out of the top 10. I don't think they can afford to do so. I think that they have to stay there. Let's go here. It says at JMO, at Bravo, at Pistons Talk. Whose would you rather have, Bull or Christian Wood?
Bull. Wow, that's not even a question. Bull by 1,000 miles.
Bravo, would you rather have Bull or Christian Wood?
I'll take Christian Wood. I like Christian Wood more, and I think he's just mobile more than Bull. You know, I just don't know about Bull so far. I mean, I really like his impact so far. I mean, I really impressed by him. But as far as I know right now, I'll go with Christian Wood.
Drunk. Man, I need what you need, bro. Come on, man. Bull is he different. Like he Chris that Porzingis, bro. Like he different. I like Christian Wood, but the man 26 and he finally looking like this. You know?
Oliver says if LaMelo Ball falls to 3, we should trade up with the Hornets and sign and trade Christian Wood, give up our 7th round pick, and if we need to send future 1st round picks. Pistons Talk, what's your thought about that trade?
Man, like I don't. That's a lot. 2 first-round picks and Christian Wood for LaMelo.
Yeah, that's too much.
I'd probably pass. I would maybe hope that someone falls to 7. Not to say that LaMelo is not worth it, but 2 first and Christian Wood. I can't do that.
Jeff wants to know thoughts on Blake Griffin. Personally, I would like to keep him on the roster. J-Mo, man, I'll pass that one to you.
What about Blake Griffin?
He wants to know your thoughts on Blake. What would you like to do with him? Keep him, trade him?
Well, no, yeah, I'm keeping. You don't know. I'm not keeping Blake Griffin because I need him. I need to trade him so I can get LaMelo. So I'm saying, who want Blake Griffin? Put a spell out on him. If not, then we have to keep him. We kind of don't have a choice.
Let's see here. So do you think if we didn't trade Andre, we would still have the 7th pick? Probably, because we probably would not be in the playoffs. We just probably would have had a worse record, and it would have been projected to be like the 7th pick anyway, and we would have just stayed there. So I think if we keep Dre, we're at 7, and obviously since we did trade Dre, we're at 7. So I don't really think that really affected too much of it. Let's see here.
I said if we kept Dre, we'd probably be at 9.
Yeah.
We're still getting
I'll
our
probably
ass.
be 11.
Even with Drummond on the floor, man. We're still losing.
Yeah, but I don't think we lose. I think we lose, 2 of the 15 games that we lost. We probably win a couple. And that would put us at 9.
J-Mo, man, this one's directed to you, and I know you're going to have a lot to say about this one because I know you have thought about this for 3 years. What would you give up for Lonzo Ball?
Well, if the Pelicans won it, I'll give up this year's pick. I don't know if they won it, though. But I'll give up this year's pick. I'll give up Luke Kennard, and maybe a second. I don't want to give up Luke in the first. That's kind of steep. But I'll consider. I'll definitely give up this year's pick for Lonzo, definitely. Because whatever point guard we want, and that we might get at 7, we want them to be a great point guard. I feel like Zoe's already there. He's still improving. and he can go to a place where he actually can shoot the ball, and then it's playing with 65 scorers that likes to dribble all day. So he'll be in a place with shooters and guys who play off ball. So yeah, I'll give up the first pick. I'll give up Luke, Bruce. Nothing crazy, but they like Luke and Bruce. I'm gonna need more than just Lonzo. I'm gonna need something else. But if that's the price, I don't know. I might pay that price. Luke and Bruce, that's a steep price, but I'll pay that price.
And I know you like Luke. I know you like Luke. So you say
Luke and Bruce?
Want to trade Luke?
Luke and Bruce. Yeah, Luke and Bruce for Zoe. And because remember, we still got the 7th overall pick. If we can keep the 7th overall pick, like I feel like you give that up or you give up Luke and Bruce. And if they go for that, I don't know why the Pelicans would ever go for that. They might go for 7th overall, but just Luke and Bruce, I definitely don't know. But I'm not giving 7th overall Luke and Bruce. Y'all drunk.
This one says, Drew, if we got Danny Avila, what position would you play him at? Small forward. We need a small forward. He can come in and play small forward. He'll play like a point forward type style. I think that would be the best fit for him coming to this team. But he can play the 2, and at times he can go small and play the 4. I really don't want to see him do that, though, because I think he'll get bullied playing at the 4. But he comes here to Detroit. He should be playing the 3 day one. And then you got young guards like Luke and Bruce and Mihailuk to play with him, pair him up with some shooters there. You still got Derrick Rose, so that means you got to go out in free agency and sign a point guard still. But then you got like Christian Wood, Blake Griffin, and Sekou at the other forwards to come play with him. So I think that would be the best fit for him to come in here and play the 3. I don't really see him playing anywhere else besides the 3 here in Detroit. Who knows? Since we don't have a point guard, throw him at point guard. See what he can do there, man. It can't hurt anything. I'll tell you that much. So I don't know if he will be available.
I'm definitely I'm splitting point guard duties with Danny Avdija. Like he's gonna split with like Blake and like Luke. Those are gonna be the playmakers because Danny playing point for sure. Like I'm sorry. Even if he's a point 50% of the time, he might not be because some of these 6'9" small forwards, they're not point guard. Like LeBron, yeah, he playing point, but he's still really a small forward, And Luka, we know he playing point, but he's really like a big shooting guard. So James Harden, you could consider him a point guard, but he's really a shooting guard. So a guy like Danny Avdija, like when LeBron came into the league, they started him at point guard, and they were like, "That's not gonna work. We're gonna play you at small forward." But yeah, you start Danny Avdija at point, man, and you have him and Blake split the duties. Like him, Blake, and Luke can all play make, so all 3 of them can split the duties.
Yeah, you said duties.
Wow, bro, really? This is fancy, yeah.
We haven't had too many jokes the last couple of nights, man. We gotta throw some of these jokes in there and lighten the mood up because this 7th overall pick, man, that really threw a damper on Thursday night. So I'm trying to lighten the mood out a little bit.
Let's see. Unit 2 says Danny is a small forward. He would have to compete with Sekou. I think he is, but he's positionless as well. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. Like, I would love to play both of them together. But guys like Steve Mikhailuk might lose his spot because Danny is what we want Steve to be.
Absolutely. Let's see. Dolo Dynamite. Killian 7 trade for a mid-first. Draft somebody else. I'm sorry, man. I don't understand. Do you want to draft Killian at 7 or trade out of 7?
I think he says draft Killian at 7 and then try to get more value for it.
Oh, hey.
No, I think he meant draft Killian at 7. Otherwise, trade for a mid-first round.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I did that. If I do it that way, I mean okay with that. If that's it depends on which player we get. It all really depends.
Pistons talk. If we get a mid-first round pick, which centers would you guys draft?
Centers.
I'm not drafting them.
No, I definitely traded for one.
I would not draft a center, dude.
I mean, if we got to keep that 7th pick and we got a mid-round first, maybe that I can't think of his name. I think it's Precious. You guys know what I'm talking about?
His name's Precious.
Yeah, his name Precious Achua, bro. He's gonna be nice, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna be really good. That's
I told you guys, like I love Sekou, and he is a small forward. That's not gonna stop me from drafting another great small forward. I'm sorry. because Sekou, as much as I want him as small forward, he can play the other position. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still would take a small forward. Like I said, a guy like Devin Vassell, I would take these guys because they're just good players. Sometimes you can't be worrying about positions, man. You just got to take players that are good players. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if we got Sekou. If Precious is there and we're there for some odd reason, I'm taking him. You know?
You know
'Cause,
what?
like, you remember? I'll relate this to when they had Jaylen Brown already and they still drafted Jason Tatum. Because like Jaylen Brown before Tatum got there, he was a 3. He played the 3 a lot more. Tatum got there, he started playing, even though Tatum plays the 4, he started playing the 2 a lot more. So I was surprised that they drafted another like small forward, power forward type guy, and they had Jaylen Brown. I was like, oh, how is that gonna work? And they were like, we don't give a damn. We taking Jason Tatum, and I feel the same way. I don't give a damn. If I'm taking Precious, man, I'm taking any of the good. I'm taking Devin Vassell. Like if that happens, I'm taking. I'm still taking wing players. We need more wing players that can play defense. Wing players and point guards win in the NBA, straight up. That's what we don't have.
Let's see here. What do you guys think about Minnesota's first round draft pick and 17th pick along Jared Culver and sign and trade Christian Wood and Bruce Brown?
I don't understand.
I don't think they would.
I don't want Jared Culver. Wait, so let's see.
I mean, we'd get Melo out of it.
I mean, cool. I mean, yeah. Look, but I mean, yeah. Like I'm not high on Christian Wood like you guys. I feel like if we can use him as an asset to get Melo, he's gone. I like him, but I don't think he's a perennial all-star type guy. I think he can make like 3 all-star teams and be like very good, But he's a borderline all-star type guy at best. But I love Christian Wood. If I'll take Jared Culver. Hopefully we can develop him. But yeah, I would do it. All we giving up is Christian Wood and Bruce Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to sign Christian Wood to a deal. No, I'm doing that. I'm definitely doing that.
What about this one? If we did trade Luke Kennard for Lonzo, would you take Devin Vessel at 7?
100%. I might take Halliburton.
Shit.
Because I think Halliburton can play the 2. I might take Devin. I'm very high on Devin Vassell. Like this last 3 weeks, I've been seeing something. I'm very high on this guy than I was previously. So yeah, definitely. Because I think he's gonna be. He can shoot and he can play defense. I think he's gonna be a 2-way player. Just the other things has to be developed. And he's definitely hard work.
Let me twist this one though. Say we do trade for Lonzo, okay? And then hold on. Say we do trade for Lonzo, okay?
What?
And then say Obi falls to 7. Would you then draft Obi and not re-sign Christian Wood?
Oh yeah.
They're basically the same player.
I'm not fast to Christian Wood like you guys. And I don't want to have to pay him. And you don't have to pay Obi. I'll do it. People might not like that. I don't know why Pistons fans, y'all love some guys when they have a breakout year. And we haven't seen that much. But yeah, I'm taking Obi top. But Christian Wood, I've already told you, you can't have both of them on the squad.
Best players available, I'm taking them. I don't at this point in time.
All right, would you guys take Toppin if our point guard was shored up?
If he's available, I would think about it. If he's the best player available, if we draft or if we go out and trade Lonzo, so now we got Lonzo and Derrick Rose, where we know our 2 point guards are going to play, I'm taking best player available. I don't care who it is, what position it is. At that point in time, I'm taking best player available. So if it's Obi, I'll take Obi. Sorry, Christian Wood. We went the cheaper route. He'll go somewhere. He'll get paid and ball out. But it's kind of where I'm at if we did that.
This is my thing. And I actually like this player a lot more than a lot of people. But look, man, we're trying to build something, guys, and I'm not about to be attached to Julius Randle caliber players. You know what I'm saying? Guys who are good, they're not stars, though. Like, I love Julius Randle double-double. Like, Christian Wood could be giving you a double-double average and 19 and stretching the floor, but I'm not mortgaging my future for these guys. because those are not the guys that's going to take me over the top. I think a team like Milwaukee, they might really want Christian Wood. And I think Milwaukee has some pieces that I like. You know, not they don't got no draft picks that I like, but I'm not. And Benjamin Folks said they can offer a what did he say? 6-time makers and LaMelo attached, and J-Mo would take it. Now I'm just not attached to Christian Wood like you guys.
I'm not even attached. It's just I don't
see
know.
his value. Like you got to leverage people value. Like he's a valuable asset, so you leverage that value for the
Him
future.
right now as fans, I think
So
he had a really good year, and I just think we're going to overvalue him in free agency because you're going to have teams like the Knicks that will probably try to pay him like 15 to 20 million, and then you're going to get in a bidding war with it, and you don't want that.
And that's my thing. You know, if it came to leveraging him to get a future, like leveraging him for a star point guard, you know, like yes, because our ceiling is, you know, 7 seed, 6 seed, losing the first round at this point, unless Sekou and Luke Kennard take such a jump to where that's a little bit different. And not saying that's not possible, but even with that, if we don't got no point guard, you know what I'm saying? We're at a certain level of ceiling, and if that's the case, they talking about we're in a rebuild. Even though I don't like it, gotta leverage your assets. If not, you sign Christian Wood and you keep him. You know, but if it comes to leveraging him, I'm leveraging him big time. I'm leveraging Blake. I'm leveraging Derrick Rose because it's time that we need a foundation. We need to fill this, you know, point guard problem and some of these other issues and use our assets to do it. Even guys that I love like Luke. Y'all know how much I love Luke, but if it comes down to get a point guard, man, it's a point guard wing league.
That's what it boils down to. We have been on for an hour and a half. We are going to go ahead and transition to final thoughts. We talked a lot about the NBA draft. Not a whole lot of news going on with the Detroit Pistons outside of the draft. That's probably going to be the case for a minute. But playoffs are on right now, fellas. If you guys are going to go watch those, guys hit me up on Twitter. You can comment me on Twitter about the game going on. I'll interact with you guys over on there. Make sure you guys do like the video. Check out the description. Bravo, man. I know you're at work. I don't want to keep you all night and get you in trouble, man. What are your final thoughts for the show tonight?
Good show. I really like the time we spent. That not really great, but it's still good. I like that. Hopefully, we'll continue to do this next few weeks, and hopefully, we'll come up with a nice show in the next few weeks. I think we should talk about the mock draft for each one of us guys. We can talk about a mock draft show. And as far as I'm still really down about the pick because we didn't really get like a higher pick. I was thinking that we're gonna go up, but I'm still disappointed. And I just want to say one more thing. I don't mean really to go down on Luke Kennard. I think I respect Luke Kennard, and I like him here for the Pistons, and respect what he's done for us. And hopefully we'll continue to do better. And I really hope that we're going to draft a nice player at 7. And this is our only hope right now. Let's focus, and hopefully we'll be positive.
Thank you for coming on, Bravo. Greatly appreciated. Pistons Talk, man. Make sure you guys go follow him on social media. He's already got thousands upon thousands of followers over there. But make sure, most importantly, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, man. He's putting up videos every day. He's putting out great content. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Pistons Talk, man. What do you have for final thoughts today?
Man, I needed to get on the show, talk some basketball. I've had a shit week, and I'm glad I could spend it with you guys. Love these shows every Saturday. I look forward to them, and had a lot of fun talking basketball with you guys.
We love making shitty weeks shittier. That's what we do the best.
That's what Detroit teams do.
Detroit versus everybody, baby. Hard Hit City 313 Jim. Will make sure you guys will subscribe to him. We'll be live on his channel for Above the Rim next week. Make sure you guys do go subscribe to him. He's almost at 1K. We are so close to getting over there. What do you have for the people for final thoughts, JMO?
I gotta read these comments because they're hilarious. David99 says Bravo made his patients wait an hour and a half. That's dedication. Y'all know how we do it over here on Above the Rim.
Priorities.
Oh, yeah. Bravo's out here protecting and serving and helping people out and keeping us alive out here, you know. So I definitely thank him for that. But as always, you know, when it's time to screw with any Detroit team, you know, whatever league, they jump at it. You know, the Tigers got lucky getting the first overall pick and getting Casey Mize. That was a miracle because it usually don't happen. And when I'm looking at it, it's a lot of things we can do. It's a lot of ways that we can go. But at the end of the day, you can stand pat with everything that you got and just draft the best point guard available: Killian Hayes, Kiera Lewis, Cole Anthony in that order. Or you can try to make some power moves to make some changes. But we got screwed over. I'm very upset about it. But as always, man, no Westbrook slander will be tolerated. No Luke Kennard slander will be tolerated. No Lonzo Ball slander will be tolerated. And no Sekou, the GOAT, Dumboya slander will be tolerated. That's for sure, man. It's Free Smoke Saturday, y'all.
I love the energy, man. You guys can say what you want about us, but you can't say we're not dedicated to giving you guys the best content. Bravo literally took an hour and a half at work to come on here and talk Detroit Pistons with you guys. I know we're all busy people, and we love talking sports with you guys, so we're so thankful you guys came out and rocked with us tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as much as we did, and hopefully you guys are as furious at the NBA for screwing us in the lottery as we were. Adam Silver, I will put you through another table, but at the same time, I feel like I jinxed it. I feel like I should have waited to upload that video so that way I had more meaning, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, when he saw that, he was like, you know what, I was going to get y'all picking up. But
And they
now,
say,
you
nope,
know what, y'all
nope,
get
not anymore. Nope, so you ruined it. So, yeah, I don't know how to reverse that jinx. I'll have to do some reverse voodoo magic on it or something. Hopefully, I don't know. It's all my fault. You guys can blame me, bro. I'm sorry. It's my fault. But hopefully you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Have a good weekend. We will be back live next week on JMO's channel. It's Free Smoke Saturday above the rim. That's the bottom line because Double D said so. See you guys in the next one. Peace.